Tuesday in July, the day the sun stopped burning in the center of the sky. I haven't moved your coffee cup, it's stained a darker brown, a tiny little relic of a world that's crumbled down. I'm walking through the hallway where your laughter used to ring. Now it's just a hollow box that doesn't feel a thing. I'm a tenant of a ghost town, I'm a keeper of the keys to a house of silent whispers in 1,000 used to be's. I find your silver earring in the pocket of my coat, and suddenly I'm sinking in a heavy wooden boat. I remember how the rain felt on the night you said goodbye, the way the street light shivered in the corner of my eye. Now I'm curator of the secrets that we buried in the sand, trying to hold a shadow with a trembling empty hand. The world is moving forward, I can hear it through the glass, but I'm a permanent inhabitant of things that never pass. And I'm alone in our memories, in a city made of gold, tracing out the stories that we never got to fold. I'm a prisoner of the always, I'm a martyr for the was, searching for a reason for the things that time does. Every room is haunted, every corner is a ghost of the version of the person that I used to love the most. I'm reaching through the timeline, I'm screaming at the blue, but I'm just alone in our memories without you. I see us in the window of that cafe on the square. I can almost smell the jasmine in the tangles of your hair. I reach to touch your shoulder, but the glass is cold and thick, a cinematic illusion, a cruel and hollow trick. How do you breathe the oxygen of a brand new day when your soul is still anchored to a love that's miles away? I'm a library of echoes, I'm a museum of your touch, the consequence of wanting and of needing far too much. One love beating, tear the ones. I'm tired of the waiting in these quiet empty halls. I'm screaming at the ceiling, I'm pleading with the floor. I can't find the person I was anymore. It's a beautiful alone in the memory of our goodbye. I'm still here. Are you? I used to think that love was a shelter from the rain, a gentle hand to soothe away the sharpness of the pain. I opened up the doors and I let you see the scars. We were dancing in the moonlight, reaching for the stars. But you weren't there to hold me. You were there to watch me fall, to build me up so high, just to push me off the wall. Now I'm staring at the pieces of the girl I used to be, scattered like the driftwood on a dark and lonely sea. Your words were like a velvet glove, hiding an iron fist, a poison in the fountain, a shadow in the mist. I gave you every secret, I gave you every breath, not knowing that your always was a slow and quiet death. I'm walking through the hallways of this house we used to share, choking on the silence and the cold and empty air. My reflection is a stranger, someone I don't recognize, with the hollow look of winter living deep within her eyes. Oh, I'm broken by your love, like a falling sky, like a wounded dove. You didn't just leave, you tore me apart, leaving jagged edges where I used to have a heart. It wasn't a fire, it was a slow, steady burn, with a lesson of loss that I didn't want to learn. I'm a masterpiece of ruin, a victim of the glove. God, I'm so broken by your love. In 22 he says the world is moving on so fast, but I'm a permanent inhabitant of a tragic, haunted past. I see you in the city with a smile that's bright and new, while I'm still picking up the shards of everything you blew. How do you sleep so soundly? How do you breathe so light after you set fire to the bridge and vanished in the night? I'm a collection of the whys and the hows that never end, trying to fix a soul that you didn't mean to bend. You heaven up above. You didn't just leave, you tore me right apart. And I don't know how to live with this hole inside my heart. One last shadow, one last sigh, broken by the hello and the goodbye. I'm still here in pieces, broke here. The silver light is spilling through the cracks in the blind, illuminating shadows of the ghosts I left behind. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed we used to share, reaching for a presence that is no longer there. The stars are cold spectators to the way I fall apart, to the rhythmic hollow beating of a fractured, weary heart. I swallow every whisper, I hide away the sound, but the weight of all this silence is pulling me to the ground. It's January 2026, and the world is moving on, but I'm still trapped in the twilight of a love that's long since gone. I see your face in the craters of the moon above the hill, a beautiful hallucination that I'm chasing against my will. I try to breathe the darkness, try to find a little peace, but the memory of your laughter is a debt that won't release. I'm a prisoner of the evening, I'm a servant to the night, dying in the beauty of this pale and frozen light. And there are cries in the moonlight, echoes in the dark, searching for a fire and a cold and dying spark. Nobody hears the weeping, nobody feels the rain falling on the mountain of this quiet, private pain. The sky is a cathedral for the things I can't let go, a canvas for the sorrow that I never want to show. I'm screaming at the heavens, but the stars are out of tune, crying in the shadow of a lonely silver moon. I walked down to the river where we carved our names in stone, but the water's running black and I am standing here alone. The reflection in the ripples is a girl I don't recognize, with the ghosts of our forever living deep within her eyes. How do you stop the longing? How do you kill the ghost of the one you used to cherish and the one you love the most? The moon is just a mirror of the emptiness I feel, a beautiful reminder that down I never see. Let the night consume me. shadows in the dark, still searching for the fire in a cold and dying spark. Nobody hears the weeping, nobody feels the rain. Just me and the rhythm of this quiet private pain. One last shadow, one last sigh, underneath the silver of a hollow sky. Can you hear me? Probably not. Just the moon. The memories from the fabric of my mind, to leave the ghost of us in years gone by behind. But your name is written in the static of the radio dial, and I find your signature in every stranger's smile. They told me time would be a river washing me to sea, but it's just a stagnant pool where you're still drowning me. I can't unsee the way you looked in that October light, a permanent projection on the ceiling of my night. I rearranged the furniture to change the flow of air, but I still see your shadow sitting in that empty chair. I burned the old sweaters and I threw away the keys, but the scent of your tobacco still travels on the breeze. It's a biological betrayal, a failure of the soul to keep a flame burning in a hearth of charcoal. I'm a library of whispers, a museum of your touch, the consequence of loving someone far too much. Oh God, help a woman with a heart that can't forget. Every beat is a reminder, every breath is a regret. I'm a prisoner of all ways, I'm a martyr for the past, holding on to shadows that were never meant to last. The world is moving forward, the seasons turn to gray, but I'm still standing in the minute that you walked away. It's a heavy kind of holy, it's a fever, it's a debt, living with a heart that can't forget. I saw you at the station with a girl I didn't know. You looked like you'd forgotten how it felt to love me so. You moved with such a lightness, like you'd shed a heavy skin. Well, I am still the cage that your spirit's living in. How do you delete the data? How do you clear the cache? How do you stop the pulse from turning everything to ash? I'm a tape loop in a basement, playing I love you on repeat, while the actual world is dying right beneath my feet. the glass. I'm begging for the now to finally let the worst pass. Permanent disaster, a never-ending flood. Stop the clock, break the glass. I'm begging for the now to finally let the worst pass. With a heart that can't forget, where every single heartbeat is a debt I haven't met. I'm a prisoner of always, a martyr for the past, holding on to shadows that were never meant to last. The world is moving on, I'm just not there yet. Still living with a heart that won't let me forget. I still remember everything. The sun is setting on a house that's far too quiet. The silence is a scream, a slow motion riot. I found your old watch in the drawer by the bed, still ticking away the things we never said. I'm tracing the lines of a photo from June, when our hearts were perfectly in tune. The edges are frayed and the colors are thin, but I'm still living under that 20th floor skin. I keep the radio tuned to the station you liked, waiting for the lightning to never quite strike. The smell of your perfume is a ghost on the air, a lingering presence that I find everywhere. They tell me to breathe, they tell me to move, to step out of the deep and the well-worn groove. But how do I leave when the past is my home and the memory of us is the only thing I own? And I'm holding on to memories like a ghost of our love and the ghost of our youth. Yeah, I'm holding on to memories. They're all I have left. The beautiful pieces of a quiet, slow thought. The world is moving forward. It's already new, but I'm still right here, holding on to you. Yeah, I'm holding on to memories. They're all I have left. The beautiful pieces of a quiet, slow thread. The world is moving forward. It's already new, but I'm still right here, holding on to you. The phone is a fossil, cold on the nightstand. A desert of silence in the palm of my hand. I've deleted your number, I've blocked out your face. I've tried to scrub every last lingering trace, but my blood has a memory the mind can't erase. A rhythmic obsession with your time and your space. I'm walking through crowds in the January chill, trying to keep my unsteady hand still. I told all my friends that I'm doing just fine, that I finally stepped over that invisible line. But the truth is a ghost that sits at my table, a story of us that turned into a fable. I look at the moon and I see your profile. I hear your laughter in every mile. I'm a radio tower in a valley of stone, sending out signals to a heart that's gone home. And my heart still calls you in the dead of the night, across the distance, through the fading of light. It's a frequency of longing, a pulse and a plea, begging for the version of you that loved me. I can't change the station, I can't cut the wire. I'm just a witness to this internal fire. The world is a whisper, but the echo is true. My heart still calls, it still calls for you. It's 22 but I'm stuck in the past, holding a shadow that wasn't meant to last. Every stranger's footsteps sound like your stride. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I'm a prisoner of rhythm, a slave to the beat of a name that I'm no longer allowed to repeat. How does a heart forget how to speak when the foundation beneath it is starting to leak? Stop the signal, break the tower. I've been screaming your name for every hour. It's a reflex, it's a habit, it's a desperate design to try and reclaim what was never truly mine. I'm dialing the wind, I'm pleading with the rain, trying to find a frequency that doesn't feel like pain. My heart is a hammer, my heart reaching for you with all of its might. It's a frequency of longing, a pulse and a plea. God, I wish you were still calling for me. The world is a whisper and the echo is blue. My heart still calls. It still calls for you. The sun goes down and the shadows start to crawl, writing your name in the cracks upon the wall. I'm terrified of the pillow, I'm scared of the sheet, of the moment the silence and the darkness meet. Because as soon as I drift, as soon as I fade, I'm standing back in the wreckage we made. The air gets thick and the colors turn blue, and I'm forced to relive the losing of you. It always starts the same, with the sound of the rain and the rhythmic throb of a localized pain. You're standing in the hall with that look in your eye, the one that says hello while it's screaming goodbye. I reach for your hand, but it turns into smoke. I try to scream stay, but I start to choke. The door slams shut with a thunderous sound, and I'm watching the floor fall away from the ground. And I'm living in the nightmares of our goodbye, underneath the jacket and a pitch black sky. Every time I close my eyes, I'm dying again, in the where and the why, and the how and the when. I'm a prisoner of sleep, I'm a victim of rest, with the weight of your absence crushing my chest. I wake up screaming, reaching through the air for a ghost of a love that was never really there. In 2020 seats, you'd think the edges would blur, that I'd forget the way your whispers were. But the dream is a HD, a cinematic sin, playing back the trauma under my skin. I see you walking away in 1,000 different ways, a technicolor haunting of my nights and my days. Sometimes you're laughing, sometimes you're cold, but it always ends with a story that's told. Let me wake up, let me out. I'm drowning in the middle of a silent shout. I've seen you leave a million times, paying the price for 1,000 crimes. Stop the projector, burn the film. I'm losing my mind at the very rim. It's not just a dream, it's a living hell. And I'm the only soul in this sleeping cell. Yeah, I'm living in the nightmares of our goodbye, still begging for a reason under a hollow sky. Every time I close my eyes, I'm dying once more, watching you walk through that final door. I wake up reaching, I wake up cold, with a handful of shadows I can't even hold. The silver light is spilling through the cracks in the blind, illuminating shadows of the ghost I left behind. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed we used to share, reaching for a presence that is no longer there. The stars are cold but daters to the way I fall apart, to the rhythmic hollow beating of a fractured, weary heart. I swallow every whisper, I hide away the sound, but the weight of all this silence is pulling me to the ground. It's January 2026, and the world is moving on, but I'm still trapped in the twilight of a love that's long since gone. I see your face in the craters of the moon above the hill, a beautiful hallucination that I'm chasing against my will. I try to breathe the darkness, try to find a little peace, but the memory of your laughter is a debt that won't release. I'm a prisoner of the evening, I'm a servant to the night, dying in the beauty of this pale and frozen light. And there are cries in the moonlight, echoes in the dark, searching for a fire in a cold and dying spark. Nobody hears the weeping, nobody feels the rain falling on the mountain of this quiet private pain. The sky is a cathedral for the things I can't let go, a canvas for the sorrow that I never want to show. I'm screaming at the heavens, but the stars are out of tune, crying in the shadow of a lonely silver moon. I walked down to the river where we carved our names in stone, but the water's running black and I am standing here alone. The reflection in the ripples is a girl I don't recognize, with the ghosts of our forever living deep within her eyes. How do you stop the longing? How do you kill the ghost of the one you used to cherish and the one you love the most? The moon is just a mirror of the emptiness I feel, a beautiful reminder that the wound will never heal. Let the night consume me, let the shadows take it all. I'm tired of the climbing just to wait for the fall. It's a long way down, it's a long way home. When you're built of memories and you're made of stone, I'm howling at the silence, I'm pleading with the sky. Give me one more second, give me one more goodbye. The moon is my witness, the night is my grave, to the love that I lost and the heart I couldn't save. Yeah, there are cries in the moonlight, echoes in the dark, still searching for a fire in a cold and dying spark. Nobody hears the weeping, nobody feels the rain, just me and the rhythm of this quiet private pain. that love was a shelter from the rain, a gentle hand to soothe away the sharpness of the pain. I opened up the doors and I let you see the scars. We were dancing in the moonlight, reaching for the stars, but you weren't there to hold me. You were there to watch me fall, to build me up so high, just to push me off the wall. Now I'm staring at the pieces of the girl I used to be, scattered like the driftwood on a dark and lonely sea. Your words were like a velvet glove, hiding an iron fist, a poison in the fountain, a shadow in the mist. I gave you every secret, I gave you every breath, not knowing that your always was a slow and quiet death. I'm walking through the hallways of this house we used to this hole inside my heart. One last shadow, one last sigh, broken by the hello and the goodbye. I'm still here in pieces broken. The calendar is frozen on a Tuesday in July, the day the sun stopped burning in the center of the sky. I haven't moved your coffee cup, it's stained a darker brown, a tiny little relic of a world that's crumbled down. I'm walking through the hallway where your laughter used to ring. Now it's just a hollow box that doesn't feel a thing. I'm a tenant of a ghost town, I'm a keeper of the keys to a house of silent whispers and 1,000 used to be's. I find your silver earring in the pocket of my coat, and suddenly I'm sinking in a heavy wooden boat. I remember how the rain fell on the night you said goodbye, the way the streetlights shivered in the corner of my eye. Now I'm curator of the secrets that we buried in the sand, trying to hold the shadow with a trembling empty hand. The world is moving forward, I can hear it through the glass, but I'm a permanent inhabitant of things that never pass. And I'm alone in our memories in a city made of gold, tracing out the stories that we never got to fold. I'm a prisoner of the always, I'm a martyr for the was, searching for a reason for the things that time does. Every room is haunted, every corner is a ghost of the version of the person that I used to love the most. I'm reaching through the timeline, I'm screaming at the blue, but I'm just alone in our memories without you. I see us in the window of that cafe on the square. I can almost smell the jasmine in the tangles of your hair. I reach to touch your shoulder, but the glass is cold and thick, a cinematic illusion, a cruel and hollow trick. How do you breathe the oxygen of a brand new day when your soul is still anchored to a love that's miles away? I'm a library of echoes, I'm a museum of your touch, the consequence of wanting and of needing. tracing out the stories that we never got to fold. I'm a prisoner of the always, a martyr for the was, and I finally understand what the silence does. One last shadow, one last sigh, alone in the memory of our goodbye. I'm still here. Are you? I've tried to bleach the memories from the fabric of my mind, to leave the ghost of us in years gone by behind. But your name is written in the static of the radio dial, and I find your signature in every stranger's smile. They told me time would be a river washing me to sea, but it's just a stagnant pool where you're still drowning me. I can't unsee the way you looked in that October light, a permanent projection on the ceiling of my night. I rearranged the furniture to change the flow of air, but I still see a shadow sitting in that empty chair. I burned the old sweaters and I threw away the keys, but the scent of your tobacco still travels on the breeze. It's a biological betrayal, a failure of the soul, to keep a flame burning in a hearth of charcoal. I'm a library of whispers, a museum of your touch, the consequence of loving someone far too much. Oh, God help the woman with the heart that can't forget. Every beat is a reminder, every breath is a regret. I'm a prisoner of always, I'm a martyr for the past, holding on to shadows that were never meant to last. The world is moving forward, the seasons turn to gray, but I'm still standing in the minute that you walked away. It's a heavy kind of holy, it's a fever, it's a death, living with a heart that can't forget. I saw you at the station with a girl I didn't know. You looked like you'd forgotten how it felt to love me so. You moved with such a lightness, like you'd shed a heavy skin, while I am still the cage that your spirit's living in. How do you delete the data? How do you clear the cache? How do you stop the pulse You're in my blood, a permanent disaster, a never-ending flood. Stop the clock, break the glass. I'm begging for the now to finally let the was pass. A sorry remember everything. The sun is setting on a house that's far too quiet. The silence is a scream, a slow motion riot. I found your old watch in the drawer by the bed, still ticking away the things we never said. I'm tracing the lines of a photo from June, back when our hearts were perfectly in tune. The edges are frayed and the colors are thin, but I'm still living under that 2024 skin. I keep the radio tuned to the station you liked, waiting for the lightning to never quite strike. The smell of your perfume is a ghost on the air, a lingering presence that I find everywhere. They tell me to breathe, they tell me to move, to step out of the deep and the well-worn groove. But how do I leave when the past is my home and the memory of us is the only thing I own? And I'm holding on to memories like a lifeline in the dark, trying to find a fire in a cold and dying spark. I'm a curator of whispers, a keeper of the light, a prisoner of everything that vanished from my sight. The world is moving forward, it's 2026, but I'm stuck in a puzzle that I can't seem to fix. It's a heavy kind of holy, it's a beautiful day, holding on to memories that I haven't finished yet. I walk past the park where we carved out our names. Now it's just wood and the shadows of games. I saw a reflection that looked just like you. For a heartbeat the gray turned to brilliant blue. But it's just a mirage, a trick of the grief, a momentary lapse and a temporary relief. I'm memorizing shadows and counting the size of a world that keeps turning while my heart just dies. Don't let them fade, don't let them go. I'm not ready to live in the I used to know. Every laugh is a treasure, every tear is a star. I'm keeping them safe, no matter how far. I'd rather be haunted, I'd rather be broke than to live in a world where we never once spoke. The memory is all I have left of the truth, the ghost of our love and the ghost of our youth. Yeah, I'm holding on memories, they're all I have left, the beautiful pieces of a quiet, slow theft. The world is moving forward, it's already new, but I'm still right here, holding on to you. Ooh. The phone is a fossil cold on the nightstand. A desert of silence in the palm of my hand. I've deleted your number, I've blocked out your face. I've tried to scrub every last lingering trace, but my blood has a memory the mind can't erase. A ribbon obsession with your time and your space. I'm walking through crowds in the January chill, trying to keep my unsteady head still. I told all my friends that I'm doing just fine, that I finally stepped over that invisible line. But the truth is a ghost that sits in my table, a story of us that turned into a fable. I look at the moon and I see your profile. I hear your laughter in every mile. I'm a radio tower in a valley of stone, sending out signals to a heart that's gone home. And my heart still calls you in the dead of the night, across the distance, through the fading of light. It's a frequency of longing, a pulse and a plea, begging for the version of you that loved me. I can't change the station, I can't cut the wire. I'm just a witness to this internal fire. The world is a whisper, but the echo is true. My heart still calls. It still calls for you. It's 22 me seas, but I'm stuck in the past, holding a shadow that wasn't meant to last. Every stranger's footsteps sound like your stride. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I'm a prisoner of rhythm, a slave to the beat of a name that I'm no longer allowed to repeat. How does a heart forget how to speak when the foundation beneath it is starting to leak? Swell the signal, break the tower. I've been screaming your name for every hour. It's a reflex, it's a habit, it's a desperate design to try and reclaim what was never truly mine. I'm dialing the wind, I'm pleading with the rain, trying to find a frequency that doesn't feel like pain. My heart is a hammer, my heart is a bell, ringing out your name from this private hell. Yeah, my heart still calls you in the dead of the night, still reaching for you with all of its might. It's a frequency of longing, a pulse and a plea. God, I wish you were still calling for me. The world is a whisper and the echo is blue. My heart still calls. It still calls for you. Are you listening? Can you hear me? The sun goes down and the shadows start to crawl. writing your name in the cracks upon the wall. I'm terrified of the pillow, I'm scared of the sheet, of the moment, the silence and the darkness meet. Because as soon as I drift, as soon as I fade, I'm standing back in the wreckage we made. The air gets thick and the colors turn blue, and I'm forced to relive the losing of you. It always starts the same, with the sound of the rain and the rhythmic throb of a localized pain. You're standing in the hall with that look in your eye, the one that says hello while it's screaming goodbye. I reach for your hand, but it turns into smoke. I try to scream stay, but I start to choke. The door slams shut with a thunderous sound, and I'm watching the floor fall away from the ground. And I'm living in the nightmares of our goodbye, underneath the jacket in a pitch black sky. Every time I close my eyes, I'm dying again, in the where and the why and the how and the when. I'm a prisoner of sleep, I'm a victim of arrest, with the weight of your absence crushing my chest. I wake up screaming, reaching through the air for a ghost of a love that was never really there. In 2020, see if you think the edges would blur, that I'd forget the way your whispers were. But the dream is a HD, a cinematic sin, playing back the trauma under my skin. I see you walking away in 1,000 different ways, a technicolor haunting of my nights and my days. Sometimes you're laughing, sometimes you're cold, but it always ends with a story that ends too. Let me wake up, let me out. I'm drowning in the middle of a silent shout. I've seen you leave 1,000,000 times, paying the price for 1,000 crimes. Stop the projector, burn the film. I'm losing my mind at the very rim. It's not just a dream, it's a living hell, and I'm the only soul in this sleeping cell. Yeah, I'm living in the nightmares of our goodbye, still begging for a reason under a hollow sky. Every time I close my eyes, I'm dying once more, watching you walk through that final door. I wake up reaching, I wake up cold, with a handful of shadows I can't even hold. And I'm afraid to sleep, I'm afraid to wake up. The nightmare, it never really ends. The house is breathing, but I'm holding my breath in a room that's as quiet as a beautiful death. The moon is a witness to the salt on my skin, to the war that I'm losing deep down within. I don't make a sound when the world goes to sleep. I've got secrets to bury and promises to keep. I'm a shadow in motion, I'm a ghost on the floor, waiting for a ghost who doesn't live here anymore. I trace the cold outline of your side of the bed, replaying the things that were never quite said. The clock on the mantle is the only one speaking, while the floorboards beneath me are tired and creaking. I swallow the screams so the neighbors won't hear how I'm drowning in 2020 seas in a fountain of fear. It's a private